Okay, folks, we are back. This time I feel a heck of a lot better. I got over the flu. That's in fact what it was the flu. Man, do I feel bad for anybody that had to share the pain that I felt during that flu. So what I have going on here, I have the front drive shaft out for the four-wheel drive, obviously, and it's a pretty slick setup. You have rolled pins to keep the shaft from going too far in either direction. This couples to your front differential, and that obviously couples to your output shaft from your transmission. And the cover is actually pretty nice. I like the way that it fits up in there. You take these two bolts out, slide this up and collapse it basically into half and put it in the middle. Drive your roll pins out, shove your sleeves in, everything just comes right out. So that was pretty slick. It only took a couple of minutes. I was expecting it to take longer. Okay guys, so as far as the hydraulic lines go, here's what I'm thinking. I'd like to disconnect my main suction line right here and get this to stick with the bell housing and just simply move back. As far as I'd like to leave this manifold in place connected to the bell housing. So what I think I'm going to do is disconnect my main line right there at the hex. And my PTO, here we go, PTO line, I'm hoping I can just disconnect here and here. And as I move the front half forward, just kind of fish this guy out between those little cracks there and then push it down once I get to that point. So in the initial separation, it might take a little bit of finessing, but that would keep me from having to totally disassemble this crap. And I really don't want to have to get into that if I don't have to. I know it probably wouldn't take all that much, but keep it simple, right? So that's my plan, and we'll see if that ends up having to change, but for now that's what I'm gonna run with. So I will get some footage of that when that's done, or if I run into any issues, I'll get footage of that. And so yeah, once that's done, I'm gonna mount my stands. I brought home some 6x6. That was Rem from leftover from work. They were offering us firewood, and I thought, hey, perfect timing. So I'm gonna cut my cribbage and get this, or cribbing, not cribbage, cribbing, and get this propped up, and then we'll move forward from there. Okay, guys. So I have disconnected the PTO line and the main suction tube is, we're gonna play that one by ear. I removed this bolt here and I removed that one. We may end up, if I can, leaving it connected to this rubber hose. So that rubber hose, it's kind of old and it's stiff, and if I can leave it in it, I would like to. If not, then I guess we'll just have to deal with that. So I do have the other lines that I needed to get disconnected as far as I know. I did end up obviously having to take these off because they are going to be connected to this half of the tractor, and they can't be. So I have the bottom 6 fasteners on the bell housing removed, and I also have the cribbing underneath. So it took 3 of these, obviously you guys can count, and then I had 1/4 inch piece of steel that I wedged in there, and it wedged in real nice and tight. I have my stands bolted on. I have my wheel on that side chalked, and on this side, well, on both sides, I cut wedges. I cut wedges at a 10-degree angle and hammered them in so that the tractor can't rock back and forth as soon as it's loose. So I'm going to remove these upper 4 bolts and hope and pray that I did everything right so far and that I can separate the 2 halves. So it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be a slow process once I do start to split it, because I do have to fish this guy out and I need to figure out the best way for the main suction tube here. And I'm also, as I move this forward, this dash is going to want to raise up because of this setup. So I'm going to need to scooch that rope, well, the rope or the board forward as this moves forward to keep that from just raising up on me. So I'll be juggling a few different things here, and probably won't be all that fun to watch, but we'll just see what ends up happening here. So yeah, sit tight and we'll get these bolts out. So. Okay guys, so here we are. It's split. Obviously, it's kind of neat to see your prized possession split in half like this, to get to know it on a passionate level. So I'm probably going to end this video here at this point, just to try and keep these videos somewhat on a shorter time basis, I guess. Not everybody wants to watch a 25-minute video, so I'll try and keep these short and just kind of to the point, letting you know what my issues were, the best way that I found to do it, what worked and what didn't work. So I have a little bit of mess to clean up here, and I'm going to take another look at the exploded view on this and figure out my game plan, because I was told by the service manager at my local Kubota dealer, he said, don't let the shaft fall out of the back. He said if that shaft falls out of the back, you have to pull this off, and he said that's not fun. Yeah, so I could make this job potentially twice as big as it needs to be. So I'm going to try and do this without screwing up. So I'm going to take a look at the exploded view, figure out my game plan, and I will start, I guess, part 4 once I get to that point. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we will catch you on the next one. Have a good day.